Hello and welcome to our solo playthrough, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Uh, I'll start making my characters so I don't waste so much time on this. Um, I initially thought I probably won't play this solo, but I've changed my mind. I think it's workable. I was hesitant because the game forces two characters on you, but I think it's doable because you can dump the other character somewhere where it's nowhere near any action. I don't intend to use the other character's skills or anything like that, but it has to be there. I also want to play in the Tactician mode. It should The foes you'll meet will be cunning, relentless, and come in greater numbers. They'll bombard you with nasty tricks and surprises that the Explorer and Classic modes don't feature. Not for the faint of heart. I'm asking for trouble with this. I'm not that experienced of the player. At the same time, I don't want to play the same mode immediately again, even with just solo. I feel I basically feel it'll repeat the first game experience. That'll be interesting and challenging early on, and then we'll get used to it. And then it has nothing new to offer to me. At the same time, I've never played the Tactician mode, so this will constantly keep bringing new challenges toward me. Mm, You will be the one we dump, so the dead man. Don't care what you do. You'll be the one we play with. I need I need something that has decent initial gear, something that has damage reduction. Fighter will do. No, you have a two-handed sword. Anything with a shield. No, you have a two-handed sword. I guess he doesn't. You're the man we're gonna play with. Right.
Perhaps I can detonate that.
There must be a way to spring this trap safely.
Surely there must. My plan for the character is basically to craft myself to road to victory. That's how we do it. I was entertaining the idea of a mage because intelligence can increase your spell damage and all that. But the more I think about it, the less I think it'll work. It has a huge amount of limitations on your damage output if you do it that way, and survivability in a robe is just god awful. So I don't think that's a smart idea in the end. I'm going to use perception and dexterity as dump stat. There's no way I can develop everything to acceptable levels, especially since strength has to be fairly high to use gear. So I need some strength to use gear, intelligence to boost up my ability skill damage, improves elemental and witchcraft spells. So yeah, it'll affect the damage they do. But Constitution because we want to live in this game, and speed because without action points we can't do shit. Alright. Talents. Lone Wolf. 70% bonus to base vitality, 2 bonus to turn action points, maximum action point, and extra ability point on level up. So that's pretty much a must have. Another is Scientist, plus 1 to blacksmithing and craft. It'll save us ability points. I will take no weapon skill at all. I'm gonna probably use them from time to time, but the thing is, scrolls will be my only way to really survive in tough situations, I imagine. Even if I have powerful spells, there's no way I can really cast them in a fight. Maybe like one, and then we'll have to wait multiple turns to cast another. There's no way a single character can survive that. So scrolls is a way to get around that limitation. Getting crafting off the ground is pretty much mandatory. We can get 2 points from gear. Blacksmithing needs, I think, one comes from the talent. So we need 2 points, at least in blacksmithing. Crafting can be increased by further 1 point by dialogue choices you take. I think it's pragmatic that gives you +3 crafting point. So basically we only need a single crafting point in crafting, 2 in blacksmithing, but I can't invest it in now because I actually need to survive until I get to that point. My plan is Geomancer, Hydrosophist, Man-at-Arms. Why those? Because regeneration. Gotta survive somehow. I have a limited healing potion at the start with, maybe 2, but I'm gonna get my ass handed to me constantly if I can't heal. Geomancy because it has a summon spell. It might not be good, but it doubles the characters in the battlefield, so it'll at the very least split damage, maybe double the damage output, so I would say vital to survival. Men-at-Arms I'm not so sure. The stance would be good, 20% extra damage and movement, and we only lose our chance to hit, which isn't all that important, at least maybe later on at least. But I'm not sure if it's a good starting ability. We need to actually do things, so I'm leaning toward battering ram. It does some damage, allows you to maybe knock down a target, and also allows you to maneuver very effectively in that battlefield, or escape a tough situation. So I think that's more valuable. Yeah. Do you actually have my talents? Yes. Yes. Fantastic. Most of the time we want the other character to stay around a waypoint portal or dead, so she can't take part of the fighting. I won't develop her character at all, but I'm not above robbing her at the start here. I could use the resources. She has the same equipment as me, so I don't want to rob that.
I must focus.
Must not do a goddamn thing.
A little help here! Chaos grips my hands today.
Perfect.
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
Shouldn't be all that much happening initially, just
Is
a
that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
starter dungeon, tutorial dungeon. I don't want to carry around extra crap continuously here. I'll probably buff my carry weight instead, so with an ability that doubles it, but even then I'm gonna have to carry a lot of replacement gear or alternative gear, maybe a huge amount of crafting gear in general, so it's gonna be hundreds of pounds of crap. Alternative helmet. Not exactly as enjoyable to look at though. Personal battle. Wonder what Tactician mode really means.
Source hunters! How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
You don't
As you
cast
say,
a summon
Captain.
spell. It's gonna summon 3 skeletons.
A
lieutenant and
fan
two
death.
sergeants.
Seize upon our enemies.
5. So pretty sure there's 2 extra archers or armor. Yeah. Ah, shit.
I run, they fall. I like this game.
There isn't all that much I can do.
Easy to make, hard to escape.
One down. I needed time to summon my spider. Let's see what they do first. Poison grenade. I need to summon no matter what. That's not negotiable. If I run, I'm in bigger trouble than if I stay here. Same time, I can't stay here. Two down. Yeah, it didn't take long to compose.
Stitch in time, eh?
3 down. So things aren't that bad for us. But we already spent our abilities and the cooldown is massive on all of those. I think the smoke will be our friend here. They'll be forced to come closer, which allows us to actually attack them immediately. Can attack one of them. And only one. Yeah, this is not going to work at all. If I'm gonna want to survive, I need to use the grenade. I don't see any other way.
As good as a new penny.
We could have fought a little bit more efficiently, so
Eternal
I don't think we
silence
necessarily
awaits you.
need the firestorm grenade use
Their
here.
leader said something about escaping with a stone.
We might also get
Stolen
more
from this
experience
dungeon, I
because there are
imagine.
more enemies. So it might not be only a negative thing. We should go to the tutorial dungeon for nothing else, just to get extra loot out of it. Extra experience how to deal with things. Alright. I don't recall what you get from there. I think at least a fireball skull. That's where it is, but I want the message out of the way. We could have done better. However, I don't want to redo things just because we could have done things better. We just need to make progress, that's the goal. Bones can be used for creating pixie dust, which is used for creating witchcraft skulls, so... The item. No keys. We do need a little bit of extra carry weight here. There's one part of the tutorial dungeon where you have to have extra carry weight, because one of you're supposed to use one of your companions to bypass the situation. And I don't have a companion, so what I need is extra weight. Hopefully that will be enough to
Another piece of trash.
compensate for it.
Is that a mine in the middle of my path?
It is a mine,
better
yes.
step
We'll be
around
seeing
it.
plenty of those. Healing scroll. Very useful.
This seems to be broken.
Still, I think we mostly had trouble there because of our bad use of the spiders. It should have been... It basically got to attack like once before it was killed. Or offensive approach in general might have been better.
I was really hoping to find something better.
Hotfix. I'll pick this lock. The other one was on a chest that had 20 points, so we can easily break that. This, on the other hand, is 500, so that might be a bit too much. It's same crap equipment. Is it though?
A king's tomb, is it? I've always heard there was more to these than meets the eye.
I'm picking up the parchment pieces, even though I don't really think we have to, because we can use them in crafting spell scrolls. Basically, if it puts it in the ingredient department, it can be used for crafting. Or it's not at least quest critical, I'd say. Oil. Very good spell. Very, very good. That could have been a good old... Oh, yeah. The battering ram could have been replaced by oil in or something similar. Sucks up action points from melee opponents, and you can just ignite it to create a field of fire. There should be 2 fights in here. They were initially... Oh, for God's sakes, beat up. 2 skeletal mages and some kind of buried undead guy and his guards. A couple of apprentices. Not sure what they have in store this time, but it's probably something a little bit more serious. But another boss type encounter anyway.
This seems to be broken.
I think if we play our cards right though, we'll survive it. Cooldown could be pretty brutal on those spells though. We more or less have to assume that we can use them once per battle, and
What's
that
this?
has to be enough.
I found something. made short work of that door. I don't imagine my weapons would survive
Fire
such use
resistance
for long.
potion. That's another reason why I sort of want the Tactician mode instead of the normal one. Because when we reached the end of the normal game, it was very much in a situation where the battle wasn't a challenge of any kind. More importantly, we had an equipment set up that was pretty much impervious to all kinds of damage that they threw our way. So even with a single character, I don't see the survival being the biggest part at those later levels. It's the ability to do damage. It's more or less... how would I put it? If we put everything we can to improving this character, making through the challenges, I think we can do it. But with the normal difficulty and all our knowledge acquired through the playthrough, I don't think the normal difficulty could suffice after we start to get access to a real amount of resources. I think the Tactician mode might do that exactly, but we still have to try our very best until the end, otherwise we can't do it. So we can't just let up at any point.
Careful, I've
Can't
spotted a
survive
trap.
that. I'm mostly worried exactly because of that at the beginning here. We don't really have options, and options are the ones that the crafting provides. So we're sort of in a shitty situation, with a character that's basically planned on things we don't have access to. The game does also have a respec option, so we shouldn't plan our character too far ahead. We can always respec later. I think it has a cost associated with it, but I think we can also deal with that. I'm using the candles and throwing them as a cheap alternative to having to throw fire spells around, especially since I don't actually have fire spells. A couple of candles should suffice at least for igniting surfaces and the like. I have no real use for
Another one for the
fishing
collection.
pole, but is it even an ingredient? No, it's a weapon. It's a money, free money. Very little of it though. Piercing damage. I guess it's a poor man's spear. Smoke grenade. I envision that grenades will be absolutely crucial to our survival. They're fairly cheap to use, mainly because that's the reason. We'll always be in a situation where we're struggling to get the action points to fit, and all the cheap action point spells are pretty much close range. Grenades are not. They're gonna be a little bit inaccurate, probably, but that's a different matter. We could also take a talent to fix that, but I'm not sure about what talents to pick. Because I sort of want the things like pet pal and the like. We could deal with the Rat King, get a few extra quests, things like that. Maybe do quests that I failed to do on my first playthrough.
I've spotted something.
But I don't know. It's sacrificing something else, and I'm not sure how much we can do this. Let's not try fully with our talents crap. I think that might end up biting us in the ass pretty badly.
What's this? I found something.
Did you find a trap? Is there a trap? It's a trap. Buried mummies, oil. There could be more. It's Tactician mode after all.
I think I hear voices downstairs. The last thing I need is to surprise another angry summoner.
Picking extra candles because I might have to throw them at multiple targets.
Something isn't right here. It could be an ambush.
Oh shit. Yeah, that didn't do shit.
My robes are soaked! You better hope there's no hint of a flame in this place! Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. No one can get in here but us and the boss. You don't know that! Those cops...
I want to start the fight so they don't accidentally die before I get to kill them. I want the experience out of them. 50 points. That's like no points at all. You'll die if you go there. Not bad. Another fireball scroll. So even if we could encounter a dangerous opponent here, we have the tools to survive it. So not every fight is suddenly made super difficult just because you're playing a tactician mode. Also, I suppose this is a tutorial dungeon, so the game might go a little bit easy on me. They should also have extra abilities. Yeah, that brings up another character design aspect. I think we cannot go too lean on not taking willpower and bodybuilding, the skills that protect you from status effects. If we ignore them, I think we might be okay for some time in the early game, and then we're basically gonna hit a wall that makes every fight incredibly annoying. Something where we have to get a huge amount of dice rolls to go our way in order to reasonably be able to fight things. So a lot of the skill focus initially is to get me access to a lot of low level abilities, novice level abilities, but I also want maybe access to some adept level, at least with few skills, and then our focus will be on other things. The more we get scrolls and crafting abilities, resources up, the less we're gonna rely on these. But I think you can't just fight every fight with scrolls alone. You just don't have that kind of amount of resources. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Especially with added amount of enemies and the like.
Nothing but rubbish.
Yeah, actually not rubbish. I could get a helmet out of this. We have a hammer, and we also have a cooking pot. It's not gonna be a beautiful hammer, but it's a hammer. I mean helmet. Battered cooking pot. Can't see shit in it, but 10 extra armor points. So 29% physical damage reduction versus enemies of your own level. Movement is shit, hearing and sight is shit. And you look like an idiot. Wonderful. but damage reduction. When you have 100 hit points, damage reduction is pretty important. Right, this is the one where we need to dump the huge amount of weight on. We need a container there, then we're just gonna start piling crap on the container. It's 5 pounds each container. Yeah, that's not how it works. Yeah, still not getting enough weight. That's a bit of a problem. It has 10, 20, 30, 35, maybe 40, including the crate itself. Can't move these, don't have the strength. What exactly can I even pick up?
Not even worth the rummaging.
It has to be a container I can access.
I guess someone else got here first.
Yeah, that's extra 10 pounds I can add. Perfect. So 50 pounds. 10 5-pound items. Right. That's an important number for us to keep in mind. This is not the only time we're gonna need another character basically to get things done, so we need a 50-pound weighing item to get around with that. Also telekinesis. Even with a single point of telekinesis I could move these things a little bit. Now I can't at all. Right, this is the last battle of this area.
A living rat in light. I suppose straight run if you...
3-man fight. I don't see anything special about this. Lightning arrows, I'm stunned. Chance to resist stunned 0%, and I'm knocked down. Okay. Both of our guys can't do shit.
God teach this evil from my blood.
The spider can I heal the spider somehow? Not sure. Ooh, I think I want a little bit more out of it, so let's heal it. Won't last long no matter what I do. Just last a little bit longer. I have a healing potion, so I can use that. Weakening spider bite, which lasts for 3 turns. Yeah, do it. We're gonna lose the spider anyway. Jesus fuck. Okay, could I do something else? Ooh, I do actually have a thing I could do. The ooze could be exploded.
Chaos grips my
And I'm
hands
missing
today.
way too much. It's supposed to be 75% chance of hitting, but I'm not hitting nearly that much.
I'm overheating here.
Okay, what is he doing? It's like he's using some kind of a follow-up power, so I really need to move away from this location no matter what. Also, another spider. Created a little bit of smoke here though. Okay, not that bad. The recharge time of the ability is reasonable, I'd say. And he gives you a huge warning where he's gonna strike. Yeah, this is a fairly trivial fight. Even on Tactician
I need another
mode.
chance.
I don't think he had that ability the last time though. But definitely something new. And this is the tutorial opponent. He will die and come back as a ghost. I need the spider to be in the fight for longer. It's not an invalid target, just got that feeling.
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Yeah, not bad.
7, aid me.
Even with my sucky luck at hitting things went just fine. We got more resources out of this than we lost. And the summoned creature definitely was worth its weight in gold. I got a key, but I think that's key for just getting out of this place. So, yep. Another cooking pot. Still, this is a reasonable challenge compared to what I was expecting
As good
on
as a new
face our
penny.
normal difficulty. At the same time, nothing we faced here was in any way unreasonable. He just did something he didn't do before. There should be an orc invasion going at the beach, and then there's Seal. I'm not sure what I want to do first in Seal. The thing is, we are going to need a level up or two no matter what. But what we more than anything need is funds. So burglary, thievery, that's the sort of crap I want to do. I'm not sure what the most efficient way to do that is. I could spend a single point in something like Scoundrel to get access to invisibility. That will allow me to rob pretty much everything. Especially if we can respec the character later, it shouldn't matter even though we might want to have no Scoundrel skills plays. But now, right now, it would be very useful. Alternatively, there are alternative ways to get invisibility, but that's like a depth level air spell and a major crafting potion. So Scoundrel would be the only reasonable way to get it at this point.
Call me Ishmael. Of course I can talk. This time isn't. Oh, all this at my feet. Of course they can hear her. Yes. What do you liberate?
Altruistic gives us
I have returned.
reputation increased by 2 versus bartering increased by 1. Uh,
May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with
I'm
my
not sure
eternal
if I care about either. Extra money is always good, but at the same time, crafting will produce me more money than I know what to do with. I know that much. We just need something to jumpstart it, so we can start buying crafting gear and all that. It won't cost much, it'll probably be like something like a single gold piece or something that we can be used to produce hundreds of gold pieces. But again, it requires us to maybe do some magical pin and quill. I mean, ink pot and quill, and magical needle and thread, things like that, so we can keep reusing the items.
Ho hum.
Oh, indeed. There should be soldiers helping us at the beach. Ooh, Tuesday. Might have to find a key against these.
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past
They have
the
a
Legion
nail bomb. Jesus
unchallenged.
Christ.
Come down.
Just hold your tongue, we're legion it.
Liberators are
Shh! Just pipe down, we. Aye.
best way to
Just put the sock in it.
ever cat the watch. Stood on the lookout for errors and what do you want to know? So, it's Jake.
Can't tell you, but
They say.
as if that proves any.
Soy seal.
Just cut the. Not that I could punch a pup.
Well,
Just bite your lip.
so
You know what?
you defy the Legion, will you? The punishment for that offence is death.
Yeah, they're higher level opponents than I am. The reason I wanted to choose that is because, yeah, independent gives us willpower increased by 1, obedient, leadership, willpower bonus when the character is within a leadership. But we are solo, so that will be never. So either we take the free willpower point or we get nothing. That means we do have to fight against these guys. They're higher level than I am. So yeah, 3 against 1. I would have scrolls, but I'm not sure I want to use them against you. Same time, what choices do I have? Um,
Even a little
I might have candles. Are these burning or not? These seem to be burning. Maybe? Okay. Don't want to spend my points. And the fire went away. Why? Doesn't really matter. Okay, it's a nasty situation for us. So many little fights to start with. At the same time, I'm gonna get a level up from this. So we just hang on a little bit. Good things will come our way.
another chance.
I do need someone to die here, though. The dog should probably be killed next. Ooh, that does a huge amount of damage. Still, the ooze field could also prove my saving here. Will do massive amount of damage. The spider is pretty much dead already. Even if I heal it, it won't be enough. I don't want to spend something like this on these guys. I would just wish I could attack the dog instead of this one. I won't be able to make much of a dent here. Good hitting though. He's the weaker target now. I get 2 hits. He's rage, that's why he does so much damage. But we could take that away. Yeah, weaken rage. Means he's weaker target and also does less damage. It wasn't that tough. We're getting the hang of this. Yeah, I got 70 extra hit points with a single level up. That increased the survivability a little bit. Rage again.
On the men.
So what do you want to do, dog?
Sweet relief.
My sword is about to break. Nail bomb. Potion bottles. Antique blade armor. Gold and some books. I think we got very lucky with the equipment there. I can't repair the weapon we have. Yeah, it has lost 50 durability already. That's might be a little bit excessive. Massively increased armor. What else? Nothing else really. We did get a nail bomb. This amount of piercing damage and bleeding to all targets within 5-meter radius. I might need another weapon. Suppose we could use a hammer. It's more or less the same thing except crushing damage. 32% physical damage reduction. And yeah, we can probably do something more useful. Not sure where to spend the point. It's sort of we're not getting anything really useful by spending the point here now on anything. So I'm sort of thinking of holding on to it. Also could invest in blacksmithing. Crafting already has all the investment it will ever. I just need to get the pragmatic somewhere, and I think I know where. There's a captured orc in the harbor that's been charmed, so I'm pretty sure if you let it live, it'll be romantic, but pragmatic to kill it. And I need another point in blacksmithing, so we can get the ball rolling here. But do I want to really spend it now? Not sure. Not sure at all. Might be better to just take an actual skill. Depends on what's available to us. I'm leaning toward taking the scoundrel skill. I especially want the low level invisibility. I'm going to basically steal everything while invisible. it's a good way to earn initial cash. Lockpicking would be another, but lockpicking items are very common, and you don't need a lot of lockpicking to be able to get access to everything in the game, and everything important the game throws your way. And later on, you can basically use other means of getting things done. Just like simply destroying the target, that would be one. A better sword, massively better sword. A bit more expensive to use though, but it's massively better. They're higher level than me. There's 2 extra cultists at least compared to what the non-tactical mode had. I think it had the orcs and a single archer cultist. But there are 2 other cultists that pop up from somewhere. Also, the legionnaires are of lower level than the opponents here. 2 black cultist archers. This, I don't know, they're level 2. They're fine, I'd say. Question is, how do we want to deal with these? I think we should try to focus fire with the Legion guys. Alternatively, just focus saving our own ass. We're gonna get experience from the fight as long as we actually take part in it. I'm leaning towards covering my own ass first. Worry about other things afterwards. And we can, if they kill all the Legion guys, we get to loot them too. I don't see that they're in any weaker position than the cultists and the orcs. Definitely gonna lose someone, but I think they're not gonna go down without causing some trouble. Teleportation. Nether swap. Oh, you're coming after me. Big mistake. I could just ignite the oil canister there. Not gonna be easy, but I can do it. I don't particularly want to waste my time here bashing the black cultist. It'll take forever to get anything done that way. Let's go with teleportation. There are only cultists there. My goal would be to... Okay, it's not going to ignite anything if I drop this. I would have to use a fireball to do it, but I don't think I want to do that either. Throw the black cultist there, that might be an option. I mean, I can keep bashing the guy too. Boss gotta do something, but he's healing quite a bit now. I suppose it would be in a way a safe option for us because I'm sort of sidelined from the main fight. It'll give me time to replenish the summon feature. I also use my own regeneration fairly soon. Yeah, this guy's not gonna kill me. I want to get the regeneration recharging. That's it? Yeah. God. Damn it, I can't do much. It's gonna be a problem if I can't do something soon. They are losing the fight. And they have a healer, and they're spreading their damage all over the place. I haven't seen... I wish the tactical fighting would actually cover my own guys too, because this is goddamn pathetic what they're doing.
Back on my feet again.
Right, we more or less have achieved not a goddamn thing. The poison. This is a doused candle too. How the hell do you know if they're burning or not? Points to throw. And they're not fucking burning. Yeah, I thought so. Well, the theory was nice, but now it's sort of too late. Now it's way too late. Why the fuck aren't you burning? Yeah, you are burning.
You need to strive harder against me.
Yeah, I'm basically 5-1. Outnumbering me 5-1. So they're gonna slaughter me unless I can change things a little bit. The fact that I couldn't throw the candles the correct time pisses me off. There's not much I can do with these amount of action points. And the fact that they could heal right at the wrong times didn't help. We needed some of those legionnaires alive. That's more or less the short and sweet of it. Okay, at least kill that one before you die.
You were right there.
Yes, he was right there. I need the spider to stay alive a little longer. I need the extra damage. I can always heal myself through the potion. Archer should be a lot weaker than the melee guy, so she should go down
I must
faster.
focus.
And they only have 2 guys left too. It's not like our situation is hopeless, I just goddamn can't hit.
My target dances in shadows.
Terrible chances of... we don't even have terrible chances of hitting, I'm outright not hitting. Ah, now I'm dead. Yeah, I need to do a little bit of range on them. I should have taken a more active part in the initial fighting. The poison will weaken that guy a little bit, but again, not enough. Mr. Spider Bro to the rescue though. If we can get rid of the black cultists, I don't see any real trouble here. We're missing way too much. Heal your own ass. The spider is nice, but not that important really. You need to die. Yep, that's the only reason the spider needed to be here. I wanted to spread the ooze a little bit. Yep. Thank you very much, Mr. Spider. Okay. I think this was another good example how things have changed. There's nothing particularly awful or difficult really here.
How very curious.
But
and disquieting.
it's just tougher and more complicated than it's in the normal version. How you play it matters more. I think the biggest burden we have at this point is basically we can't protect damage in any meaningful way.
Sweet relief. I needed that.
Yeah, I needed quite a bit more than that. I need a lot of stealing and burglary and buying and scrounging up equipment, so I don't think the start is going to be all that pleasant for me. I need to go shopping and without having any resource to shop with. So I don't want to go outside the city to adventure or anything, because I don't think it'll end well. I've got nothing. It'll be just an exercise in me trying to desperately get things to go our way when almost no chance of that happening. So it's more or less just trying to do whatever we can do in the city, quest-wise. see if we can kill the sailors alive. Keep keep the sailors alive this time instead of killing them. And 2 extra wands. We don't particularly care about the wands, but they have 3 spells we can use. Adept level spells.
I needed that.
Yes, you did.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel.
Strength, earth resistance, air resistance. Everything will be terrible at the low levels. Summon wool. I sort of want that. Could be very. No. Shit. The cost is still dependent on my skill. So even if I can get a super spell here, I won't be able to afford to cast it.
Good on
Really.
you. These bossmen respect confidence, you know. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter?
We want to buy the repair hammer.
To my nature anyhow.
Yes.
I
Honest
need
pay
money.
for an honest day.
Golden Grail. Take it. Take it all. I think I really need a repair hammer. Yeah, it's an investment, but I think it's worth it because I'm already having equipment pieces breaking down.
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sakes.
Right, we should smelt the equipment pieces for the most part. We'll get better items in that way.
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold
17 to
piece
33
now, I'll
fire
walk
damage
out
on
that door.
demand. That's not a bad
Good
thing
on you.
either.
These bossmen respect confidence, you know. So what did he say?
What
Well,
fire
what
skills
does
could
it
we get?
matter?
What
Day
knowledge?
labour's more suited
We
to
should
my
probably
nature
get
anyhow.
midnight
Yes,
oil. It's
honest
very
pay for
useful.
an honest day.
But again, I think crafting should be the priority. So these are all fantastic things. However, as long as he's poor and can't do anything, we should let them be. We have higher priorities if we want to earn money.
Ah, you're at there with us. It's hard. Captain or Jake was so there. She's still don't simply and yeah, I don't. That's we've caught. There's nothing. Oh, but such to be up. But of course, I'm glad once you're there and with
Sects, undead,
1,600.
orcs. Looks like I have my work cut out for me.
Oh, I know what we want to do before ending. We need to get our first Bloodstone or
Good
Starstone.
on you.
So otherwise
These
we can't
bossmen
teleport
respect
around.
confidence, you know. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes.
So
honest
don't
pay for an
rob
honest day.
these. Don't get into trouble. I need the crafting bones though. Gotta get that. I don't think I'd have to do anything else but talk to a person and tell him to kill the orc woman.
One day, Moira.
And that's
One
crafting
day
plus
you'll
one.
show 'em all.
Not even a skeptic like you.
Whoa, a source hunter. About time the Count's...
When this little charm fades, she'll liberate the flesh from our faces.
Come now. Enough doom and...
Ah, who better than a proven orc crush?
Enough of that.
Maybe
Excuse...
your woman's touch is less of a love.
My friend, perhaps. A vial of... I'm sure...
Ha! I can assure you.
Ah, a scent away.
You see?
What kind of...
You see?
Put her down.
Glad to hear I'm
Pragmatic
not the
plus
only-
one extra. Pragmatic. Crafting increased by
You had
1.
no right.
No right to protect not only you from your own stupidity, but myself and the citizens of Sicil
So
as
what do we
well.
stand at?
It's
3.
you we need protection from, murderer.
So yeah, we still need the gear,
The
but
wizards of
crafting
useful
3
gore
allows you
make
to
a
do
revenge
some
elixir that will
things.
show you what...
Could we sort of rob this place while we're at it? There's a lot of bottles there, for example. That could be used to create...
Away from there, you
yeah, I need to load. We could do oil bottles. Put a fuse in them, create a firestorm grenade. They were very useful in the first fight. They're fairly expensive too. He spotted me.
Are you there? Cut it out.
This is why we want the invisibility ability from the scoundrel lineup. I wouldn't have to give a crap about who's spotting me in the room. Anyway, in order to get what we really need, we need to report to the HQ guy. Get our permission to go to Jake's murder scene, and there's the first Starstone. Don't really need to specifically do anything, just go there. I think a level 3, level 4 might be reasonable before we have to go outside and start fighting things. The level isn't even the biggest problem, but it would give us a lot of survivability. It's the abilities. This would be general store and smithy. We can get there from the outside, alternatively we have a single lockpicking skill. A lot of funds there, a lot of funds everywhere. Just there for the picking. I'd like to see if we can buy some limited crafting gear before we want to do anything. Simply because the produced items will be much more valuable that way, and we're not exactly totally piss poor, so we could afford a cheap +1 crafting item or two. Also, there's one reason why we don't... shit. We do have to go to the shops now. The shops renew when you get a level up, and I think with some other conditions. Point is, we're going to get a level up soon anyway, so now would be the time to see if there are any real offers or things for you to buy. Because once you get the level up, you can go there again and see if there are new offers. New crafting gear that we can turn into gold at this point. Or new crafting gear that actually has some special effects on it.
See, no one's around.
I'm not quite sure
You
what our
wouldn't
choice
raise a
here
fuss
should
if
be.
Burrowing. Come now.
It's a guy stealing
my
food.
story's tired, but I never would have. So what do you think?
Yeah, just eat the
That's
fish.
the spirit.
Renegade.
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
Buying wooden logs, because a wooden log means a piece of paper for us.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
So every wooden log is a magical skull.
No, no, no.
You.
This batch is only hours from the sea.
We want... I'm not lying for him. We want the exact opposite of that.
What kind of...
Come along.
Yeah, blunt is another important one. These are not minor choices, they provide all kinds of massive bonuses. This altruistic egotistical is sort of irrelevant. Extra money would be nice, but I think I would be giving up a lot of experience if I did that. And since I'm a crafter, the money isn't gonna mean shit anyway. Willpower +1, crafting +1 versus lucky charm +1. That's rubbish. Definitely crafting. Leadership +1 for a solo player. Why? Pickpocketing +1. Okay, that could be a good way to get keys and little things early on. But yeah, immune to being charmed. This is why we want that. Charisma +1. I don't care. A lot of the gooder options, yeah, better options like spirituality and things like that provide more immunities. So immunity to being cursed, immunity to fear. So instead of having to take a talent that gives you immunity to fear, you can just choose a dialogue option that just gives it to you. So that's a pretty big deal.
What sort of arrows do you want? Freezing?
I don't actually
Silver?
care too much.
Poison? Get to the
Telekinesis and pickpocketing. This could pay itself back pretty much instantly, but we would have to go pickpocketing. Telekinesis itself is also valuable, so yeah, I think I'll take it. Do I have anything worthwhile to trade against it? Not really. We'll have to go for the really good ones. I suppose I'm not using them, especially arrows. So that'll offset the cost a little bit.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Better armor, but the telekinesis is a bonus, but the pickpocketing is a big thing. That means I have pickpocketing 2 now. That means I can steal a fairly good bit of stuff from almost anyone. Here it won't work because there's so many weaknesses. But if I can get the Scoundrel 1 ability, they'll all go away. We don't need to visit every trader. What we need to visit is the crafting ones. Yeah, summon wool, for example. It's fairly cheap to Blitzbolt. We would be focused on gear first.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
We need fuses for our fire bombs. Iron, we can't do much with that. We'll start buying that once we have higher crafting. Cloth scraps can be used. I do need a needle and a thread. Also need a pickaxe. Also use your pixie dust, but it's a bit... No, I need 2 of them, but it's a bit too expensive for now. I can combine some bone and things like that to get it. I'll spend more time, more small... Jesus Christ, speaking, I need to go to sleep. I need to spend more resources on the scrolls, but after I have my equipment, crafting equipment pieces. Currently I don't, so I don't want to do it. What I need to visit is the mayor's daughter, the orc daughter, daughter. She will sell blank scrolls, and they're cheap as dirt. Valuable as gold. More valuable. They're life to me.
In the name of Amun, I am Victor. When I was the fisherman who he raised me, indeed. Tus Jageta, friend.
Most promising.
Summon spells should not be invested in initially. The problem with them is that they're tied to your level. So a master level summon will not have any more survivability than a novice level summon. They will have better abilities, but that's not gonna really matter if they can be wiped out from the battlefield immediately. So that's just something to keep in mind. I think there's one extra crafter.
Let us see if you can choose the finest
We need Scoundrel 1. It's not necessary, I'd say. It'll make things easy, that's the thing. More dialogue coming, dialogue choices. I'm always afraid I might make mistakes.
A moment of your indulgence. No, men. Oh, it's. See here.
Gold +1, that's a good one. Witches do not interest me. Or do they? What do we get from that?
Oh, but I know
Altruistic.
you're just even so. Well spoken. And that is... you like nothing. What? Now then. Of course. By now. Work
Fabulous
hard.
5. More boldness.
What more? Oh, it's one of them. But you can. Luckily, there are they.
So it's materialistic or altruistic. A lot of bluntness. Community and charm. Boldness, it's a different thing. We got initiative increased by 1 versus sneaking increased by 1. I'll definitely take the initiative. Who starts the fight, basically. So when you're the only guy in the team, that's a pretty important aspect. Shopkeeper we're looking for is upstairs. I can't go into the crime scene yet.
Greetings, that I am. You wouldn't be. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
Nothing particularly interesting looking at the equipment pieces. Adrenaline, that's a good one, but we don't want it yet. Become one with the shadows. For 300 gold we can be invisible for 5 turns. Which means we can basically just pick everything that's laying in the area. I don't particularly want the other abilities now. We want something that can earn us cash. Lots of it. Simple as that. Free stock for everyone. I take time to take that, thank you. Right. And we'll have to wait a little bit before it recharges. That's the cool part. Now we can basically take everything we can encounter with. And there's a lot of places to loot, and we have to loot them. We're not gonna get experience out of that, at least not much. But it has to be done. It'll set everything in motion. Hopefully things will start snowballing there. Also, I need to keep buying. I need the money now because I need to keep buying all the scrolls that appear in the shops. The more I have them, the easier it is for me to deal with things. The faster I can deal with fights. If I don't have them, it's gonna be those. Let's try to survive until my spells recharge type of things, and that's intolerable. I don't want to play like that. Challenging or not, that's tedious, and that's what I don't want. I want as much attack power as possible. It also pretty much will determine what type of spells we're gonna purchase early on. Anything that increases
I
our
know you're probably
damage we
knee-deep
can do.
in that awful murder investigation, but truth be
Crafting
told, the
+1,
Legion could use your
200.
help as well.
Ice shards. 3 of them. 200. Let's just stick to the crafting gear for now.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers of the month.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rotted.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I'm starting to see a few interesting things already. Also, I'm taking the ice shards apparently. A bit expensive, but there's no way I can cast anything like that for a long time, especially if not as cheaply as that.
Chicken. Don't let that root.
Passionate.
Why did you let my chicken escape?
Critical chance increased by 3% versus it has to hit bones when backstabbing. Yeah, we made the correct choice. This room is entirely lootable already, but I'll just check what the crafter has
you come to
for
the right
sale.
place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Nothing too special here. Lockpicking +1 might be nice. It'll give us access where we really need it. Also, I can't actually afford it. Yes, I can. That's why we have the pickpocket, don't we? Not skill enough. Okay, we'll do it the other way around. Take everything that's not nailed down and just sell it back to her.
Well, source hunt.
Why don't you just look in that direction while I'll go in the opposite direction? As I said, I'm not above basically going through doing the shittiest things possible to get ourselves through. In the early game, it'll mean whatever it takes to make money, whatever it takes. Later, it means whatever cheap tactics you need to use to get things killed. Whatever. No tactics is too low for us.
Well, source hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot.
Extra
If it's a
pickpocketing
trade you're
bonus
after.
isn't gonna hurt us either. Initiative and okay, let's focus on what we actually need. We need components for grenades. Was that it? Yeah, probably. Eyeball is for potions. Flasks wouldn't hurt either. We could put ooze in it. Okay. We got something that we can sell back to her. I don't think it'll be all as valuable, but still. We just need enough so we can barely afford this. A lot of these things are more valuable as if we smelt them down and craft them again. Yeah, it'll be fine. Crafting, telekinesis, pickpocketing, lockpicking and pickpocketing. And we don't really have the skills to identify these. We would have to pay money to do it, but I don't actually have the money either. No belts for sale. Without belts we can't get crafting to 5. It's a belt and a glove that have crafting bonuses. So crafting 4 should still give us quite a bit. We can at least start making money, but at the same time, if I can just steal things, why waste the crafting components on crafting 4 when you can just wait a little bit and get crafting 5? Which comes to the empty bottles. Each empty bottle with a fuse means that we can do a firestorm grenade. And they're worth about 40 apiece to a decent amount of fire damage.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't
Do I have
make
an
waves
axe?
and don't interfere with the Legion's
Axe is
affairs.
another tool
You
we
hear?
must have. I'm sure we'll find one.
Gods, never the scene of Esmeralda. What? Bro, how am I? We are the. I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, I got the impression he doesn't like me. Anything I need to steal from him? Not specifically, no. We have the permission to go to the scene of crime. I'm not 100% sure exactly what type of crafting components we need for everything, but I've studied it a bit beforehand, so I have a good grasp of what we need.
How can I help you, my friend?
I need you to...
But certain... Oh, my tongue. You see, to my great regret, none of them purr. Oh, but that's such to be out. But of course it... Oh, that I'm my own wizard, you know. By all means. Of course. I hope I can... They say... I see. It took a while. How and why I might... Now, it may well be a... I can't say... And what might, though? One of them? You know what? Here's the remote... Those... The enemy... You have a... Until they can... Oh...
Right, 1000 experience points to level up. Magic Unlock Scroll, Universal Controller Guide.
Oh.
I want the ink pot, and a feather and an ink pot to produce the tool I need to produce magical scrolls. I'll take invisibility, not a sneak here. Don't want to get caught. Okay, we didn't get everything, but that's a good start. 9-inch nails can be used to make you immune to slipping on ice. That could be a good tool for us because we took the ice shards. So we could use that tactically. But we can also get those from another place, the mortuary at least. By the way, we visited all the crafting shopkeepers, so I think I have access to it. No, we didn't actually.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
But we can skip the last one. It's in the beach. The female skeleton shopkeeper there. In the Orc Beach section. I'm not even sure if they'll let me go there now. I'm certainly way below that levels. But there's also no fighting to reach the shopkeeper, so there's no reason for us not to go. But I think we can skip her at least once. It's not that important.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Suddenly some paintings are going to go missing here.
Oh, you think you can speak that
And loot
way?
that for some reason.
Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Barry.
Come
Now I
now,
can.
Alistair.
Okay.
Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Surely you can reach.
Closest I've got to my match is when
For
I
God's
linger
sakes,
over
you have to
long
like an
while
easy.
biting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Nothing but rubbish.
No, those bottles are firestorm grenades, not rubbish. Either way, we'll end things here.
Greetings,
Once we get to the end of
I'm not
time.
exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
And there it is. Probably a level up too.
Sauce.
So level 3, we have access to new abilities, pickpocketing, lockpicking, all that.
What happened?
Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Yeah, 75 XP to get a level up. We'll get it here. And it doesn't matter if the companion is here either, because there's no fighting in these areas. Just talking.
Terrible!
That imp may be quite mad. Then we use him and have a look through the looking lens.
The pork! You! Those torches! Goodness me! It's not that. In fact, that's after you.
Alright, not much we can do here. Suppose we might as well loot the place. Needle. Bottle of wine, bottle of beer. Yeah, they're useful. We can still break them and make armor pierce grenades out of them. Pillows can be turned into quills.
Yes! Just as
Imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
I am the last test.
So you are. We shouldn't be finding anything too useful here, but I still want to check.
Indeed, this if any of but so please, not like never, but yours, but like the soul stars. Do you
mystery?
It would have
Ice.
yes, if we indeed you
Why?
without
That shall please.
Not a moment ago, we were hunting source in Riverlong. And
say what Zigzags and the Weaver will. I need more.
Spot up!
Pragmatic +1, thank you very much. Don't believe things without evidence.
Come, come! I got something for you if you're up to the challenge. The glint? No, but you'll need. Luckily, off you go then. You've Starstow crossed like the imps, wouldn't it? Just for but alone. Well, perhaps before you. I hope.
Yeah, we got the ability to rift travel. That's why we're here. Also a good place to end
A
things.
question has me stumped, milady. Why are there
Blank
two
fire
of us?
skulls.
Two beings that record all
And that's all we can really do. Fair enough. And did not actually get the level up yet, which is interesting. Which means we could visit the beach shopkeeper. It's worth a visit. We'll probably get it now.
Source hunter, I know, and it can that while
crap.
you did that don't but
This is not a
I'll
bad
if
thing
I met him
necessarily.
so in the before you'll need now that
We should get the pyramid, teleportation pyramid, right. We use it, we'll probably get a level up.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're paid.
I need another chance.
Come on, stop blocking me.
I'm fading. Fast.
Yes, you are. Point.
Slimy, reeking, rotting
I'm very, very underleveled to this place, but I have invisibility and I know what I'm doing.
Hold! Well, I'll be a little. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wild. I certainly.
I do appreciate that there's significant warning, but at the same time that you can stick your neck out here if you want to, so it's not that big a deal. We're not all that keen on looting these creatures. Also, Tactician mode could mean
The
that there are
Sicilians retreated from this battle.
surprises
But
here
what
that I
about
don't
the
know
orcs?
about. So maybe we should be a little bit careful what we do here. We need to follow the blood. That's where the shopkeeper is. Here we go. Charla. Charla also sells items
In any case, so many. Have a look.
which
You
I'm not
look
sure
like
I have
just
any
the sort of
interest in.
self-starter to appreciate what I mean. Weapons. Four of
She
them,
has
that
nothing
the
of
intrepid
real
adventurer
interest.
can improve and upgrade
She's
as
also
he
not
travels
selling
if he
belts.
finds the right
No one is.
pieces.
I
See
guess
them?
we need to be
See
at a
them?
certain
Judge
level
for
before
yourself.
those start to appear. Lower Master would also pay for itself at this point quite easily. But whatever. Holy shit. I'll buy as many spells as I possibly can, always. Maybe with some limitations. Yeah. Didn't get exactly what I wanted, but at the same time, we're not doing badly either. Yes, and we have a massive amount of added attack power thanks to these purchases. Fireballs, poison darts, electrical attacks, ice attacks, magical unlocks, and heals. So yeah, this is a big goddamn deal. Right. biggest deal is this though, empty bottles. Empty bottles mean grenades. Cheap, easy to produce, and the damage will probably scale with levels too. But this is something we can use and rely on for some time. Yeah, 11 to 18 fire damage, they're doing already much more than they did a level ago. So yeah, it's a good start for us, I'd say. I'm feeling fairly positive about this.